Hey there! Welcome to Product Marketing Maestros, Tales from the Front Lines. I'm your host, Nitin Karthik. As a Product Marketing Alliance ambassador and a global top 50 product marketing creator, I've always found that real-world case studies are the true litmus test for the effectiveness of any product marketing strategy. And that is why in this show, we dive into the minds of industry titans as well as rising stars, unpacking their expertise into action-packed episodes that showcase the power of product marketing through real-world case studies. And today, my friends, we are joined by product marketing maestro Pablo Ylarri in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Pablo is senior product marketing manager at Galileo Financial Technologies, and he's also a product marketing alliance ambassador. With over 20 years of experience bridging product, marketing, sales, and customer success in fintech and banking, Pablo is a seasoned product marketing leader. From his home base in Buenos Aires, he has spearheaded digital transformation, product launches, and sales enablement across multinational organizations like Galileo, Technisys, Banco Itaú, and HSBC Bank. A product marketing alliance ambassador and a former corporate finance professor, Pablo excels in positioning, cross-cultural communication, and agile methodologies. He is fluent in Spanish, English, and Portuguese, and he fosters a collaborative style to drive results. He is committed to mentorship and continuous learning, and he engages global audience with insights on innovation, leadership, and digital strategies. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Pablo Ylarri. Pablo, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nitin, for that warm introduction. It's an honor to be here in the Product Marketing Maestros and share my journey with you and all the community. My career has been a long and winding road, from working on digital teams at international banks in Latin America to transitioning to fintech and ultimately finding my passion in product marketing. It's having a transformative experience navigating restructurings, taking on new challenges, and stepping on a role that I deeply believe in. So I'm thrilled to share my insights with you. Let's dive in.
Awesome, awesome, wonderful. So thank you once again, Pablo. Pablo, so like we said, we'll use a case study from your experience. And Pablo will use the ABC framework. We'll talk about the antecedents, the prior challenges, we'll talk about the behaviors, what were the actions you took, and we'll talk about the conclusion, how things played out. So pick a situation, Pablo, and tell us what were the antecedents, what were the prior challenges?
Let me take you back to start of 2023, when I found myself in significant crossroad in my career. I had been leading two great teams, one focused in product documentation, internal communication, and sales enablement. The other regarding training developers and disseminated knowledge throughout the organization. Had a great 2022. I couldn't have been prouder, but things changed drastically. Suddenly, there was a restructuring and I was left out without any team. It was a tough and emotional moment. I went from leading these two teams up to a role that I hadn't anticipated. So what I did is being appreciative of the management because they trusted on my leadership skills, but I was leading on functional architects of a core banking platform that was highly specialized engineering team, and I found myself in that situation. So what I did, I started investigating about the product marketing role. I knew the Product Marketing Alliance, I did the course, and start with the community engaging to understand better that role and to seek an opportunity, an internal opportunity, because this role, a product marketing manager for Latin America, didn't exist. That wasn't it.
Yeah, I can imagine, how stressful this must have been, going through reorgs, and a lot of folks in our audience may be impacted by that. And so I can see how this challenge that you're sharing is very relevant to our audience. So thank you, Pablo, for laying that out. Now, Pablo, let's talk about the behaviors. What were some of the actions that you took here?
So the first thing was like getting more involved in the product marketing community. I became more active in the Slack workspace, learning from other PMMs, letting others know my own experience in the area, and start getting the most information I could to have my skills better in product marketing, understand better the function, so I to be able to perform well and demonstrate I was prepared for that role. Then I started to think about a plan designing a plan, leveraging my experience, my 20 plus year career, and also with the help of AI tools like ChatGPT and PMM GPT, the AI tool for the PMA, to refine this idea and to perform a plan to get that role, to make the organization understand that not just Pablo's desire to have this position, but also was a business case behind it. And there was a lot of reasons why this position should be created. So when my VP and my boss came to Buenos Aires in June last year, I sat with them and explained this idea. And 2 days later, I was talking with the CPO who said that actually it was a good idea, but as structural changes need some time, it was not the right moment at that moment. And I knew this. So I decided to wait and to be patient, and I will tell you more about it later.
Wow, wow. See, this is amazing, right? Patience, strategic patience. Sometimes, what we want, it may be the right thing, but the timing may not be right. So I love that. I love that. So thank you, Pablo, for laying out the behaviors. Now, Pablo, bring it home. So tell us about the conclusion. Now, we cannot wait to hear how the story worked out.
Yeah, so actually there was two things, Nathan. It's not just about patience and doing nothing, right? It's patience and action. So I get even more involved with the Product Marketing Alliance, and in November, everything changed. I had two great pieces of news. The first one is that I was selected as the Product Marketing Ambassador for Argentina, the first for the country and the third of the region. And I did my first event, a PMM panels with product marketing managers in the region. Great success, and I was so happy to have a region exclusive event to understand the reality, because it was in Salvador, in El Salvador, and in Chile. The other two, I was in Argentina. So it was, we have the whole region covered. And then I had the call that I was waiting for so long, and say, okay, we have put this position in January, you will start with the marketing team. So it was my first time in the marketing team, and it was the best thing, the best outcome possible. And looking back of what happened in all this process. So it was crucial to stay resilient, to understand that circumstances can and will change. And I trusted the process. So by being mindful about the step-by-step process, understanding that everything has a place and a moment, helped me a lot to say, okay, I'm not in the position I want to be, and I want to be in another position, but you have to draw the line, structure a plan, and think it in different small steps so you can perform it. And finally, you get.
Wow, look at that. Dreams come true. Dreams come true. This is, I think, a beautiful story, an inspirational story. And as we think about this with the challenges that we have, right? Maybe folks out there are going through a career transition. Maybe folks out there are looking for their next promotion. Maybe folks out there are looking to entirely change, to do something else, right? This is such an inspirational story. So Pablo, thank you. I really appreciate you bringing that to the audience here. So Pablo, tell us now, if people wanted to learn more about you and what's next for you, where can they learn that?
Yeah. So to have very clear, I will repeat that because, it's very important for me to be resilient. That was one thing that I learned through all this process. To have clear communication, not just with the teams, but also with the management and beyond. So I got onto the top of the senior management so I can explain that, because I had what it was needed to be in that role. And also I leveraged the right tools and communities like the PMA. So with all that, so I recommend these people that is thinking about the transition to product marketing or struggling in their position that they are now, to stop for a moment, think about where they want to be, and embrace the learning process. Don't shy away of leveraging resources like AI and communities, and always stay open to opportunities, because even in unexpected circumstances, they may appear. So, Nathan, thank you for having me today, and it's been an honor to be here.
Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. So thank you, Pablo. Folks, there you have it. Please reach out to Pablo on LinkedIn to get even more amazing insights like this and on that knowledge onward and upward.